Hello, you are welcome back to my kitchen. Today in this video, I'm going to share with us another way and another ingredients that we can introduce to our ogbono to make it more delicious and more creamy. As we know that ogbono is a very special soup among the Igbos of Nigeria, and we have different methods. We have our grandma method, we have our mother's method, so you can use any of this method, but this specific recipe, I'm going to introduce a special ingredient that will make our ogbono soup even more creamy and more tasty. Let's keep watching. Yes, these are the ingredients that we are going to use to make this particular ogbono soup recipe. I have some ingredients here. I have some protein. You can choose any protein of your choice. I have some snail, some smoked fish, baked chicken, and momo. I also have like dry fish. I have stockfish, which is boiled and soaked overnight. Yes, ogbono soup, you can, if you want to get the best taste from ogbono soup, you need okporoko, you need stockfish. So, and I'm going to add some Maggi cubes for taste. And I have my okra sliced already. I'm going to use this vegetable. You can use any vegetables of your choice, but if I'm making ogbono, I see that I use ugu, but in the absence of ugu, I love to use this kale. It tastes like ugu in any soup like egusi or ogbono, and it's very, very good. I'm going to add this dry seasoning, which I normally add to my food. Also, I have the palm nut cream. That is the new ingredient I'm going to add because ogbono soup tastes better with palm fruit cream than ordinary red oil. So when you use palm fruit cream, you don't need red oil. So because you are going to get all the oil, all the colors from the palm fruit cream. And I also have some pepper that are blended with crayfish and okpei. Okpei is the dawa, the dry one. Yeah, the Igbo version of it. So, and I also, and your pepper, you are going to add your pepper, to your taste. If you like pepper, if you like it spicy, good. But me, I like it spicy. So, and I also have my ogbono. I usually love to buy a whole ogbono from the market, from the store, and I blend it by myself, because if you buy the blended one, most of the time they've gone rancid, and because you don't know how long it's been sitting on the shelf. So I love to buy the whole one. You will be able to clean it by yourself, clean each of the seeds before you blend with your blender. So yes, in this my recipe, I just decided to add okra because I want extra crunch. I want extra vegetable. I want extra fiber in my soup. So, and you can decide to make your ogbono soup straight without without okra. So that is fine also, and it tastes so well as well. And for meat, your protein, you can use boiled meat, you can fry it, you can use fish, whatever you want. They all go well. But ogbono soup is a very delicious soup. Let's enjoy. Yes, it's time to start putting the ingredients together. So the first thing I'm going to do here now is to add all my protein in the pot. Yes, I'm going to add everything in the pot, and I have my dry fish. The stockfish is soft already, and the catfish, which is the smoked one, I usually wash it with soap and salt. Sometimes I add some baking soda. I usually use brush to wash it because it's smoked. So when I use soap and baking soda with the brush, it helps to remove whatever smoke residue that is on the fish. So it usually makes the fish to be very, very clean. And then I proceed to the inside of it, because some people do drop the whole dry fish, stockfish like that, or dry fish, smoked fish in their pots, which I don't see it as good, because sometimes if the fish is not well smoked, if it's not dry very well inside, after some time you see mold. Some have bugs. So if you drop it whole in your pot, you're basically going to be eating bugs and molds. So when I open the inside, and you will see if there's anything there, and you make whatever you need to do. But this one is very, very beautiful. It's golden, and when it's like dark golden, that is, or dark brown, you see that it's well cooked, it's well done. If you get from a very good vendor who carries a very good one, this is what I always do. I get from one particular person that carries a very good one. So this one is perfect. So now let's continue. So now I'm adding the water, that is the stock from the stockfish. You cannot throw it away. That is, it's very golden. When you are making ogbono, or when you are using stockfish to make any soup, the water that you use to soak it is very, very important. So I'm also adding the pepper that I blended with crayfish and okpei. So I'm putting the pepper to my taste. I'm going to, reserve some. So as I'm cooking it along, if I taste it, if it's okay, then fine. If it's not, I have to add more. Yes. Yes, now is the right time to prep the special ingredient that I'll be adding to my soup. That is the palm nut cream. If you have access to a fresh palm fruit, that is that's the best. But in the absence of that, where I am, I don't have access to it. But if you have access to a fresh one, that is perfect. So right now, I'm going to dissolve the paste, the palm nut cream paste, with hot water. So when it is dissolved, this is going to allow whatever dirt or anything to go down to the bottom of the bowl. Because if you pour it directly into your pot, you might end up pouring, because it depends on the brand. Some brand come with some sands at the bottom, but this very one is very good. There's nothing at the bottom of the can, because some brand, once you open it, you take the paste out, the bottom does not look good. So this is perfect. So after dissolving the palm nut cream with the hot water, let it sit for like 1 or 2 minutes. Then now I'll be pouring it directly into my protein in the pot. Yes, and I'm going to use this sieve to catch any shaft, because some of these palm nut cream, they come with some shaft from the palm fruits. So if there's any of such, the sieve is going to catch that. And also I'm going to save some, which I'm going to use to dissolve my ogbono powder. Yeah, just mix the ogbono powder with the rest of the palm nut cream that I saved. So I'm using it to dissolve it, to prevent it from lumping up. So, but usually I don't like using this method for my ogbono. I usually like to sprinkle my ogbono powder in the stove, and I usually get a very good result, because it doesn't lump together like that. So now I'm just making sure I rinse the sieve with more hot water to get all my cream into my pot. So, and that you can see that this brand is good, and it's very clean. It has nothing inside the basket, inside the sieve. So right now I'm going to make sure that I submerge all the meat. I'm going to stir it together, submerge all the meat and the fish into the cream. Yes, so that the process of cooking can start quickly. So as soon as it hits the stove, the meat and the fish, everything will start soaking up, the cream. And that is where the creaminess and the yummy is going to come from. So I'm going to transfer this onto the stove now to start cooking. So now I'm trying to make sure I break the ogbono very well in the cream, but it seems that like it's lumping up, and this is why I don't like dissolving my ogbono, before pouring it into the pot. But anyway, this is it's not bad. I'm going to use whisk to to break it very well. But in the meantime, let me start, preparing the vegetable. This kale is a very good one. Yes, it tastes so good. It tastes, as I said earlier on, if you don't have access to ugu and you want to enjoy something that tastes like ugu, this is a perfect vegetable. This is a very good vegetable, and it's very, very rich, just like ugu as well. So I'm going to, shred it, and I'm going to slice it thinly, or you can slice it the way you like. Some people love their vegetables thin, some love their vegetable bold, but mine, I usually love to have it like medium, because I don't know how to blend, to blend it in it, very thin. And I would not want to cut my finger because of vegetables. So I've already washed it, and and this is very clean. So I'm going to continue doing that. Yes, we can see that the soup has started boiling, and the color is really coming out. There is no oil added to it because the palm cream is oil itself. And the cream, it has a lot of oil, so we don't need to add any extra oil to it. So we can see that the color is changing to a very beautiful creamy red color. So now I'm also going to add some salt, because I didn't add salt. And when you're adding salt, you have to always remember that your fish or meat or whatever, they all have some salt already. So you have to be gradual. You have to be careful. So let's leave it alone and let it continue to cook. Yes, now we can see that the soup is, coming up. And we can see that the oil is coming on top of it, because as the soup continues to cook, the oil will continue to come on top of it. And we can see that the soup is changing color, even to a very nice, beautiful golden yellow. And I'm adding some Maggi seasoning, and I'm going to allow the meat to cook down, because ogbono soup, I love when my meat is like medium soft. Yes, so that when you put it in your mouth, the meat or fish will just melt into your mouth. So we're going to let it continue to cook down. So now I will be cutting up my vegetables. Yes, I already cleaned, I shredded them, took off the middle stalk. So, and I'm, chopping it to medium size. That is how I like it. You can decide to cut it thin. If you know how to do that, you can make it bold, but it depends on your choice. So let's continue. So right now we are going to be checking on the soup to see how it's doing, and we can see now that it's really coming up together. The meat is, softening, and the cream is thickening up. So that is what we want. So that is exactly what we want, and it tastes so delicious, and it smells so nice. So now I'll be adding the mixed ogbono. Just adding some of the juice to it so that I can whisk it more. And right now I'm pouring it into the pot. So I'm going to stir it up immediately to make sure that everything dissolves well and incorporates well with the rest of the ingredients in the pot. And if we need more water, if it's very thick, and I'm going to add some more water to it. So let's continue cooking. So I'm going to check the soup now. You can see that the soup has already thickened up very well. It has come together with the ogbono paste that we just added, and it has cooked for like 10 minutes. So it's now time to add my okra. okra is not compulsory if you are making ogbono, unless you just want more extra crunch, or you want to make ogbono with okra. So, but I love to add this because I want more vegetable, I want more crunch, and most especially I want extra fiber in my soup. So that's why I added okra, and the okra takes it to another level anyway. So I'm going to stir it together to make sure everything is fine, but I'm not going to allow the okra to stay too long because I don't want it to overcook, because I still love to enjoy the crunch from the okra. So let's continue cooking. Now the okra has been on the stove for like 2 minutes, and we can see that the soup is very thick. It's very thick, very nice. So now I'll be adding the vegetables. So the vegetable is going to make this soup even more thicker. Then it depends on how you want it. If you don't want it thick, you can add more liquid to it. You can add more water to it. But if you love your soup on the thick side, this is perfect. But sometimes when ogbono is very thick, it will not be able to draw very well. So when you add a little liquid, it will make it to draw more. So right now, this is a perfect, consistency that I like. So I'm just going to let the vegetable be there for like 2 minutes, and yes, now I'm just going to stir the soup a little more, and I'll be adding my dry seasoning. This is going to give it a very nice flavor. I love to use this in my soup, in my food. And yes, right now, after 2 minutes, we can see that the vegetable has really, mixed with other ingredients very well. And this soup tastes so delicious. It's the aroma itself alone. Ogbono has a very special aroma. So the aroma is so inviting. I just needed to add a little more salt to bring up the taste. And then we can see that it looks so creamy. It looks so creamy, and it looks so different. It looks richer. Even physically, it's richer. It looks richer than the one we use just ordinary oil to make. Yes, mere looking at this soup, you will confirm that it's creamier. It looks more creamier, and of course it's creamier. Even when you put it in your mouth, it's very creamy, very tasty. It's very thick, and you can enjoy it with any swallow of your choice: pounded yam, eba, amala, fufu, and then we have semo, whatever you want. And sometimes I just like to sit down and enjoy this with, just on its own. This is so tasty. So if you have watched this video to this level, thanks you for watching. Stay blessed, and God bless you. Watch more videos on my channel. Bye for now.